Anthony, first of all, congratulations on the role of Chief Executive of Swindon Town Football Club. What's your initial thoughts?
Thanks very much, Henry. Initial thoughts are it's a great opportunity for me personally. Looking forward to getting stuck in and taking over from Rob.
Before we discuss your new role, of course, you mentioned Rob there. We see him depart the club a few weeks ago. How do you feel he's progressed the role during his time here?
I think Rob's done a really good job. I think the thing that Rob has done and his legacy will be is obviously the purchase of the county ground from the council, which is done as a JV with the Supporters Trust. And we just take our hats off to Rob and say thank you very much. And we want to carry on that good work now, take it through to the redevelopment of the stadium and see it come to full fruition.
Looking at yourself more now, obviously you've been in the role for 2 weeks. How have you found it?
It's been really good. I've really enjoyed it so far. I've been, obviously the Walsall game was my first game, which we won 2-0, which was great. Last weekend I went up to Morecambe, met a few more of the supporters, which was really good. Everyone's been really welcoming and I've just really enjoyed it so far. Lots of work to do, but really enjoying it.
How exciting is that, obviously, to engage with the fans as you look to take on this new role?
It's really good, and I think it's a very key, important part that we are seen, particularly someone like myself is seen there engaging with the fans, which is very important and something that I want to carry on and get more out into the community.
What are the key attributes you think you'll bring to this role?
Key attributes will be, obviously, from the business side of working with Clem for the last 10.5 years, understanding what Clem wants on a day-to-day basis. Obviously, I'll concentrate more on behind the scenes. Let Mick Flynn, Jamie Russell carry on with the first team in the football and taking that forward.
You spoke about Clem there. Obviously, you have a 10-year relationship with him. What's that been like?
Excellent, really. It's very good. Clem, both personally and from a business point of view, I get on very well with. And I think that helps on a day-to-day basis with running the football club.
And how important is that, obviously, having a strong relationship with the chairman as we look to push forward now and progress as a football club?
It's very important. As we know, there's not everything goes well in life, so every decision that has to be discussed, having that relationship makes that just that little bit easier.
You obviously joined the club originally as head of operations and stadium development. What will happen to this role now, and how do you feel that you've left that role for the next person taking it on?
The role will now pass over to Lee Dover, so he will now look after the stadium and the redevelopment. In terms of how I've left it in a very good position. The feasibility study has now been carried out. There's a few comments we need to go back on, but over the course of the next few months we'll see that come to fruition.
Obviously, we've touched on your background a little bit there, but what is your background up until this point?
Well, background is I started life as an apprentice electrician. I worked my way through into management, right the way through to it took me into Axis, finally become the MD of Axis, and obviously now I find myself in the fortunate and privileged position to be the CEO of Swindon Town Football Club.
Of course, as we mentioned, you've sort of been in and around the club for a number of years, both as a guest and also as a full-time member of staff. What was it about the club that attracted you to work here full-time? Yeah,
I've been coming now roughly on and off Henry for about 7 years. And as soon as you come here, you can see the fantastic potential and opportunity there is at Swindon Town Football Club. Obviously, with Clem originally being the vice chair, to now being obviously the chairman and owner, it's been and given me the opportunity to obviously take on the role as CEO. It's just, you can just see, and I just can't wait to realise that vision and take it forward.
You touched on fan engagement at the start of this interview, but obviously when we've spoken off camera, you've been really keen to push that and be passionate about that. So how do you think the person in this role can improve fan engagement going forwards?
Yeah, I think it's vitally important, and I think in echoing the words that Michael Flynn said at the Fans Forum back in August, I think that's key to getting the players out there. We've obviously had recently the first team players going out to the hospital, local schools, and I just think we need to carry on that engagement with the local community and get more and more people involved in the club, and which will only make us all stronger.
Because ultimately the football club plays a massive part in a lot of people's lives in Swindon, so how important is that to sort of make the club present in that role?
Very present and very key to obviously delivering what we want to be a community-loved club.
You mentioned Michael Flynn there, obviously talking about the football on the pitch. What's your relationship like with him?
As head of operations, a good relationship. Now being the CEO, that relationship only see getting stronger. Obviously me and Mike talk and communicate all the time, so that will just only see that getting stronger and better.
That's alongside the head of football, Jamie Russell, as well. How important is that sort of pyramid and triangle of relationships between the three of you?
Well, it's between four of us really. There's Clem, the owner, then obviously Jamie is head of football, Michael Flynn obviously in charge of the recruitment, and myself looking after budgetary issues and just discussing that as and when is required. So, yeah, very important.
Just finally, Anthony, as we've spoken about there, what's your final message to supporters as we look ahead to a positive season?
Please keep showing your fabulous support, which you've done today, and come on our game on Saturday and hopefully another 3 points. Come on, you Reds.